This that Benji talk. This that Benji talk. This that keep it 100. This that Benji talk. This that Benji talk. This that Benji talk. They call me Mr. 100. This that Benji talk. You know I keep it 100 like being Frank. You know I keep it 100 like being Frank. You know I keep it 100 like being Frank. This that Benji talk, nigga. This that Benji talk. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hello world. It's your boy Mckinnie. You are now tuned in to Benji Talk Podcast, right? Now today we on episode 4, and today I got another special guest in this thing, man. You know what I mean? So without further ado, we're gonna let the special guest introduce himself, man. Go on and introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I go by the name of Lonnie Mckinnie. Sitting here in this podcast with my nephew, Lamont, enjoying the moment, fresh out the joint, been in, did 10, been out 10 months, doing my thing, ready to get successful, be successful,
Yes,
make
sir.
it, have things in life, you know.
Yes, sir.
Change is inevitable.
Yes, sir. Man, he said he been out 10 months. And, man, he running circles around people that ain't did a day in the joint. And that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Hey, don't you think, before we, like, really get into it, don't you think, like, you just said you did 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And you come out that motherfucking box. Oh, my phone went off. But check this out. He come out the box, right? Ain't it crazy how you come out and you got the same people from 10 years ago doing the same thing?
Yeah.
In the same spot in life, like, ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit be crazy.
Yeah, when I first got out, I seen the world and I seen how much things changed, but people really ain't changed.
Yeah, it's like they stuck. Like,
you know what I mean? The environment around them is changing, but they stuck in the same, I guess I could say, realm or same train of thought that they was in 30 years ago.
Yeah, that shit crazy. And it's sad. That shit isn't scary too. You know what I'm saying? Because while they stuck, like, shit, the world ain't stopping for nobody, you know what I'm saying?
No.
For sure. But I want to say I'm proud of you, man, that you came out and you just been on your shit, man, you know what I'm saying? So I want to, you know what I'm saying, give you your flowers right now and just tell you I'm proud of you, you feel me? And, man, just keep going, you know what I'm saying? Stay focused and peaceful like you always used to tell me, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
Right, definitely. That's my motto, stay peaceful and focused. You know, when I was in, I had to learn or find that peace.
For sure. Let's
say I had to find that peace because sitting in there and knowing that, you know, you got family out there that you care about, that you want to get to.
For sure.
And then some of the family that you was trying to get to ain't there when you walk out that door.
Yeah.
It's like maintaining that peace while you was in there, knowing that these things is happening in your family. That was my main thing. I had to maintain that peace.
Yeah.
Just so I could come up out of there.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because it could have definitely went the other way.
Yeah.
And definitely could have got charged with some more time, not staying focused and staying peaceful.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Yeah, so that definitely that. How did you go about doing that, being locked up in prison and stuff like that? Because, you know, you got people that go through those things that's out, you know what I'm saying? But for you to be in that position that you was in, being locked up, and then, you know what I'm saying, just staying focused and peaceful. I know you mentioned things like, you know what I'm saying, you said like family and stuff that you wanted to get back into, but just mentally, man, like, how did you do it?
Well, first
that's I'm still trying to figure out shit like that, you know, because, you know, although it might seem to the world that, you know what I'm saying, I might be okay, right. I'm good because I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm thankful, but shit, I be, you know, I have my own shit that I fight and battle, you feel me?
Right.
So, you know, I just want to know how you did it, because you
you was in that situation that you was in. It was worse than the position that I was in.
Right.
So that shit might be able to help me, but not only me, it can help others. So like, you feel me how you do it?
I hear you, but I wouldn't say my position was worse than yours, because most of the time it's all a mental thing anyway.
True.
It's on how you view or perceive what's going on around you.
Okay.
And if you view and perceive it in a negative way, then everything is gonna come in negatively.
Yeah.
So it's for me to maintain that peace and that focus. Yeah. I had to stay in a positive state of mind.
Okay. Yeah.
And what I mean by staying in a positive state of mind is knowing what I want. Knowing what I wanted to come out on the other end of this thing. Like number one was being free for real.
For sure.
And what I mean by being free for real, some people don't understand it, but being free mentally on the inside. And then once you walk out, you coming out free in the world.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, even out here, is locked up mentally. So
yeah,
for me, I started going to school, learning, teaching myself.
Okay.
Indulging in a lot of positive stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Taking up all the classes I could in there, as far as self-help classes that was going on in there.
Okay.
And truly finding positive people.
Yeah.
Inside in the prison. I mean, it sounds funny. Like, really, is it really positive people in prison? Well,
right.
Yeah, it just they don't stand out.
Right.
You have to be positive to see them.
Okay.
And it goes back to that mind state. If you got the negative mind state, you won't see the positive people. You're always gonna see the negative people, the people that's getting in trouble, the people that's being locked in the hole, the people that's getting in fights, the people that's abusing and using drugs, the people that's lying and stealing, even in prison. So my main thing was just like, forget it. I'm gonna do everything to change and come back out on the other end.
Okay.
To be with the people that I love, that I know cared about me from day one.
For sure. Okay, with you like doing, how is it in prison? You know what I'm saying? For the ones that don't know, like, I ain't never been to prison, so I don't know how it is in there. And everybody, you know what I'm saying, got, you know, their own beliefs and, you know what I'm saying, how they view, you know what I'm saying. But how was it in there for you? And what was different with this time you coming home than other times? You know what I'm saying?
But let me answer the last part of that question first. Well, what was different from the this time and the last time I got out? I wanted to change. I got tired of living, I'm going to call it the vagabond life, the hobo life, the poor man life, not having nothing life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going in, coming out to sell drugs, to go back in to sell drugs, to come back out and go back in selling drugs, fighting. You know, it got redundant, and it got like, dang, am I worth more than this? Right. I had to ask myself these questions. Who am I? Yeah. Am I worth something? Am I worth more than just wanting to be a drug dealer? Because I really wasn't a drug dealer.
Right. Because
if I was a drug dealer, I'd have some money. I wouldn't be broke now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Just that kind of lifestyle and what come with it, I got tired of it. Yeah. And that was the difference from this time and last time. I just got tired and I was ready to change.
Okay.
You know, therapists and psychologists say once you reach a certain age in your 40s, mid-40s, late 40s, it's like almost automatic in the mind, like, dang, I ain't getting no younger, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
Do I really want to continue to live this life? And those that make that choice to continue to live that vagabond, negative, poor man life, then they stay inside those prisons. They keep coming in and out. Okay. And eventually dying in there. So I got tired of that, and I didn't want to die in prison after seeing my grandmas die, my grandpa die in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My mom was sick, and I had to scare at her. Nephew got killed.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff that was happening. I'm like, nah, I don't want to.
For sure.
I want to be there in them moments to show that I love and care for people too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, most of my life, didn't believe I had that in me.
For sure.
Because of the way I live my life. So
Yeah.
to answer that last part of the question, that was really the difference.
Okay.
I wanted to change. And how was it for me inside a prison?
Like, did you indulge? Because did you indulge in, like, you know what I'm saying, the shit that was going on in there? You know what I'm saying? Like how did you spend your time in there?
Not this time around.
Okay.
This time around, I could have indulged in the gambling and the drugging and the hooch drinking. But that, like I said, that lifestyle, I didn't want to live that lifestyle no more.
Yes, sir.
I knew in order for me to change and come out of that, I had to not do it while I was in there. Yeah. So that was one of my main focuses, was not to engage or indulge in none of the negative activities that was going on inside the prison.
For sure.
And so I just threw myself in education. I educated myself because I always been smart. So
yes, sir.
It wasn't like I was dumb. I just made bad choices and decisions.
Yeah.
And didn't use the brain power or the knowledge that I did have or do have.
Yes, sir.
Not to go down that road.
For sure. Okay. So what are some of the things that you accomplished while you were, you know, when you had that downtime, while you were in prison?
Well, I accomplished a lot of stuff. I accomplished, I overcame a drug addiction.
Okay.
I got my associate in arts degree, working on my bachelor's degree now.
Yes, sir.
I took a lot of self-help classes like Power of People, Alternative to Violence, Anger Management, cognitive thinking skills.
Yes, sir.
Just all anything that had anything to do with lifestyle change and being positive and coming out on the other end as a successful person. That's what I chose. And most all, you know, when I did, what really was the turning point was when I entered Power of People.
What's Power of People?
Power of People is was created by Vernon and Shane Price. It's a Power of People Leadership Institute. Mm-hmm. They got what they call the little purple book, and they got they talk about the four main people in the world: adders, multipliers, subtractors, and dividers. And everybody is one of them or all of them at one point in their life.
Okay. And
you know, they talk about the main thing that that had me moving toward the positivity was the adders and the multipliers. Mm-hmm. Like the adder people that add to your life, multipliers, they multiply in your life. Like, and knowing that you could be surrounded by people that's negative and dividers in your life, which really helped in prison because you could see it clearly.
Right. You
can see how people want to subtract or take from you.
Right.
Because most of the time, if you got a homeboy, every time he see you, hey man, you got. I call them the you got. Do you have or can I have people?
Right.
You know what I mean? Every time they see you, they want something.
Yeah.
And they want to take something away from you. So
okay.
Those are the subtractive people. Then you got the divider people where they want to. Dividers is tricky because they'll be up under you and have you smiling in your face and trying to separate you from the people you love so they can get you to themselves and take everything from you. So understanding that and knowing that helped me navigate through on a positive side because I know I'm an adder and I'm one day to be a multiplier because I love to add to people's life.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
I feel like you are you adding to people's life. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just different ways that we add. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It can be physically, mentally, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Just that you just being the person that you are. You know what I'm saying? Just with your positive thinking and the things that you've been through and the things that you're trying to do. I mean, shit, you definitely add value to people's life, whether they know it or not, or whether you know it or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You add a lot of value. Shit, you added a lot of value when you was locked up. Just different things that she used to say to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might not have known. Like, I might have felt some type of way or been down or going through some things. But it was little shit that you used to say to me, like, You know what I'm saying? Just stay positive, stay focused, nephew. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. And even just saying like shit, telling me you love me and shit like that, because you know what I'm saying, I ain't hear that shit a lot for real. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yes,
so it be little shit like that, man. You just don't even understand. Like that shit just make people life, make people day. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. So just imagine just other people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The roles that you play in other people's life and shit too. And then you had a lot of people, I don't know, because I don't know how it feels to be locked up and, you know, or nothing like that. But I don't know if you knew that, you know what I'm saying, you meant a lot to people. But shit, it's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that you meant a lot to, whether they showed it or not. So shit, you feel me? You definitely an adder, man, for sure, for sure. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I when just thinking about what you just said, right? When I sit back and I think about it, a lot of people. Well, I'm not gonna speak about a lot of people. I'm gonna speak about me. For me,
right?
Like for me, like I'm a communicator. I like to talk. I like to express my feelings and show and tell you how much I care and that I'm there and I'm here and I'm here for you if you need me.
For sure.
And oftentimes when I was in prison, I got caught up within my own self. Yeah. Because I was expecting that from other people. Yeah. I was expecting other people that I care about or love to say it. You know what I mean?
Some people don't know how.
Oftentimes, yeah, exactly. And oftentimes, once I begin to understand me and people in general, through just studying sociology and just studying the human nature, period.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I understand that everybody got their own way of showing it. Yeah. See, me, I needed to be spoken. I needed to be said to me. Yeah. Other people might
men need reassurance, man, right? For sure.
Other men or other people might need somebody to give them something to show them that they care. But me, I'm that communicator, so I had a struggle with that, especially when dealing with the people that I say I love. Well, they ain't answering the phone. They ain't saying it. Yeah. So I had to recenter myself and say, you know what? That's selfish. Yeah. Because everybody can't be like me. Yeah, that's true. And everybody ain't like me. So I'm unique in my own way. Yes, so I had to learn how to accept me for who I was and then just learn to love people for who they are. Yes, sir. And not try to put my expectations on them because I feel some kind of way.
Dang, that shit crazy. That's real because I'm learning that because that was my problem. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to get, you know, I used to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's the choice of word that I'm using. It used to fuck me up because I used to treat people a certain way and just go above and beyond and be there for certain people, and I didn't get that shit back, and that shit used to bother me. You know what I'm saying? And I used to do any and everything to show a motherfucker I loved and cared for him and shit like that. But I didn't get it back, and I just couldn't understand why. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, like how could somebody that I love and care for, you know, hurt me or, you know what I'm saying, not be there for me the way I need them to be there for me. But like you said, like I'm learning to like shit, sometimes we think certain people don't love us and care for us, but they do, but they only know how to show you that the way they was taught in their own way. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said. And I'm understanding that now. So shit, I mean, I think, you know, life and shit, like the people that I have in my life and the people that I felt didn't care about me, you know, I look at shit differently now because it's like shit, they just show me in their own little way. You know, we got to understand too, like people be going through shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to just beat myself up about that shit too because I'm like, man, you feel me? Like I just wish I had, you know, certain people and, you know what I'm saying? I wish I had my pops, like my pops been locked up, you know what I'm saying? Right. I wish I had my mom the way I needed her, you feel me? But I ain't had her because she, you know what I'm saying, she got her own shit going on and own shit that she's fighting and battling and shit like that too. So I just learned to deal with people where they at, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that's what I learned and shit like that, you feel me? For sure.
But that was one of the main things that helped me get through this last 10 years. Yeah. Cause it was a time, man, when I was in there, it was like it was serene. Like I was sitting in the cell, and it was like it was probably 6 or 7 in the evening. I was in the cell by myself.
Yeah.
But it was so serene. It was quiet.
Yeah.
But everything was going on, but it was quiet.
Right.
And I can truly hear myself, my own thoughts, and thinking like, where am I going for this second half of my life?
Right.
You know what I mean? What do I want in this second half of my life? So once I started answering those questions, and I started writing down goals, and I just started accomplishing all my goals. And when I got out, these last 10 months, I've been hitting all my goals.
Yes, sir.
And now it's like I got to keep pushing in it because I know once I set my mind to something, I'm going to do it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just that mental change helped me to move forward and keep on moving with my life, because no matter what I'm going through, I got to go through it, period.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
because
sir.
this is my belief. It's a reason for everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's
Yes,
a reason why I sat in the penitentiary all those years.
Yes, sir.
For all that time.
Yeah.
Because it was some lessons that I had to learn that I wasn't learning when I was out here in society, because it was all clogged up with the drugs and the women and the lying and cheating and all of that.
For sure.
So now I'm sitting in this penitentiary and none of that's there. So now I got to deal with me.
Yeah.
I had to deal with myself. I had to deal with all my issues and my problems.
Yes, sir.
You know, I learned in Power of People, Shane Price said, if you don't deal with your issues going to deal with you.
Yeah.
So
for sure. That's deep.
I'd rather deal with my issues than let them deal with me.
For sure.
Because if I let my issues deal with me, I'm going to be in a whole lot of trouble.
Yes, sir.
I don't have no control, but if I reverse that, I have control. I could deal with okay, let me see, this is the issue. This is something that I got to fix within myself.
Yes, sir.
And like I always say, it's all a mental thing, though.
Yeah.
See, people don't understand what you say and what you tell yourself is how your life is going to experience itself. And I believe that.
Okay.
If you think you know good, well, we already know the other half of that. You ain't going to be no good because that's how you thinking.
For sure, for sure.
So I had to change all of that because I used to think like that. I used to think,
Yeah.
I used to be a pessimistic thinker. Anything positive was bad to me. So once I got out of that mind
what do you
state,
think triggered that? Like that way of thinking at that time? Because obviously you don't think like that now.
triggered the pessimistic way of thinking?
Yeah. Like was it
Just my lifestyle, just how I grew up,
Yeah.
things that happened in my life.
Okay.
I didn't think nothing good could happen.
Right.
Not knowing that I had all the control,
I felt like that
not
before.
knowing that I had all the power,
Yeah.
because this where I understand, this is where I came to a realization that don't nobody control what I'm thinking or how I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's
It's
very
me.
true.
Now, I could choose to let your actions dictate how I feel,
Right.
or I could choose to say, you know what, that's on them, that's on him, that's on her.
Yeah.
I have no control over what they do. I have all the control over what I do and say
For sure.
and think. So
Yes, sir.
I had to stop robbing myself of that, allowing other people to rob how I feel. You make me.
Yeah.
No, you didn't make me. I chose
That's true.
to allow you to do that, have me feel that way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to feel that way. I was just happy.
Yeah.
Like I could be in the joint, like in the joint. See, it's so that's where I called that was the practice field.
Okay.
Where I can practice my new way in the midst of how I used to be, because I seen myself in a lot of them guys up in the prison
Yes, sir.
on how I used to be on the negative side.
Yeah.
So now when it popped up, it was easier for me to deal with this person because I remember how I was.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of allowing his actions to upset me, I allowed it to let me see if I can help him. If he accepts the help, I'll give it to him. If not, I'm moving on. And that's how I stayed focused in my change.
Yeah.
And those that wanted it, they got it. Those that didn't take it. But I guarantee you that those that didn't take it see the outcome now and like, dang, I should have listened in.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like my mom told me that was gonna happen, and not listening. Yeah. So I can learn somebody or be learned from somebody, but if I don't choose to make that thing happen for me, then it ain't gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
Because it's all a mental thing anyway.
For sure.
So.
Is that somebody on my phone?
That was my thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, yeah. My bad. That was my phone.
Nah,
I thought I turned it down.
Nah, I saw it.
But it's a mental thing to me. That's my thing. That's my focus. That's where I'm at now. This is what I tell people. It's all up on you. Is it going to be a lot of pressure? Yeah, it was a lot of pressure on Jesus. It was a lot of pressure on Muhammad. It was a lot of pressure on Buddha. It was a lot of pressure on Tupac, Biggie. It's a lot of pressure on all of us.
Yes, sir.
But it's how we handle that pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the most precious gem in the world on the planet had to go through some type of pressure, which is the diamond.
Right.
It started out as coal, but you put so much pressure on it, it come and once that pressure release, it come out a diamond. And
yes,
that's
sir.
how I look at myself now. It's
Okay.
like all that pressure that was on me, it's starting to release now.
Yeah.
Because I done let go of a lot of things in my own mental.
Yeah.
And once it fully released, I know my diamond gonna shine.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And having that mental stability and knowing that helped me get through.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. Oh, that's crazy. So what are ways that what is something that you can what are some gems that you can give, these youngest or even just anybody in general, man, that's out here just doing what they shouldn't be doing, you know what I'm saying? And can possibly put them in where you know what I'm saying, where you was as far as in the joint.
I'm gonna keep it honest and real as I can, right? The only jewel or gem I can give them is they got to ask for some help.
Okay.
The young men need to ask for some help because I remember the position I was in when I was their age.
Right.
I didn't know how to ask for no help. I didn't know how to get what I wanted for my emotional and mental stability.
Right.
And a lot of these young brothers is emotional and mentally unstable because of some things that they have went through in their life, or some things they may have seen or heard, or just in general, just things that negative influences that pile up in their life at a young age that they have no control over. So now they getting older and believing this is a part of their life, and it really ain't.
Right.
So my only jewel that I can give them is to ask for some help.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, and I say that with a sincere heart, because if I had to ask for some help when that thing first happened to me when I was 12 years old,
yes, sir,
I probably wouldn't have been in that position that I was in growing up, because I would have got the emotional and mental help that I needed from what had went on.
Yes, sir.
Ask for help is the jewel, the gem.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men in general, just men in general, won't ask for no help from nobody. They won't say, hey, man, I need, man, I'm messed up, bro. I need some help. Yeah. Can you talk to me, man? This is how, I don't know what's going on. Because we taught not to express our feelings, and we taught wrong. We taught wrong.
For sure.
We taught not to embrace our feminine side, and we have it.
Yeah.
The women is taught not to embrace their masculine side, and they have it.
Right.
It's a reason why we got both.
Right.
So we have to have that balance.
Yes,
so
sir.
you have to balance the masculine and feminine side, and both male and female.
Yes, sir.
And the only way that balance can come if people ask for help, whether you're male or female, young or old.
Yeah.
And then knowing what you're needing help for. Okay, we understand you might need help with money. We understand you might need help with clothes, shoes. We're not talking about the material thing.
Right.
We're talking about the emotional and mental help.
Yeah.
That we scared to ask for.
Right.
That we don't believe should be asking for. I don't need no help with that.
Sure.
I'm a grown-ass man. That's the word.
Yes, sir.
Well, grown-ass men ask for help if you really want to know the truth.
Right.
If you really want to know the truth, grown-ass men don't know everything. They ask for help.
Yes, sir.
You know, I was hearing your conversation earlier with your guy. You was like, man, shit, I go on YouTube, I Google, they tell me everything.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? If I want to learn something, Google going to show me how to do it or YouTube.
Yes, sir.
So you asking for some help from somebody, from somewhere.
Yeah.
So you get that help. Now you know what you need to do to move forward in your life.
For sure.
And once we don't ask for that help, then we already know that outcome.
Yes, sir.
The helpless are the ones that don't want to ask for help, is sitting behind prison walls or out there in these streets,
Fucked up.
hustling and killing and lying, stealing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So that's my Jew, man. I'm going to say, youngsters, man, y'all ask for some help, man.
Yes, sir.
Ask.
All right. So, do you got any do you got any stories that you can give to people as far as like anything that happened in the joint? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like anything crazy you seen, or you know what I'm saying, that you willing to share with, with the people?
Well, I definitely seen a lot of crazy things in prison, but I'm like I say, I'm more optimistic now than pessimistic.
Okay.
So it would be a joy to just talk about what I seen as far as the young men and the older men that was in there that was getting their bachelor's degree and they
Yes, sir.
Getting their doctor's degree and getting their associate's degree.
Yeah.
It's young men and older men up in these prisons that's really trying and not trying but educating themselves.
For sure.
Because they know with a higher education, the recidivism rate goes down for those that have a higher education that's able to get out and work a job and be successful in life. So
yeah,
my story would come from this young kid. He's from his family originated from India.
Okay.
And I met him. I was working in the industry in the factory out here called Anagram.
Okay.
Out there in Faribault. And this young Indian brother, man, he had one eye. He was young. He was like 25, 26.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, what happened to you? He said, the police tried to kill me. I'm like, what? What happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I had got into it with my girl. He ended up, I guess he had called and it made it seem like he had kidnapped her. So she was trying to leave. He didn't want her to leave. He pulls out his shotgun and police shot him in the eye. Damn. And arrested him for kidnapping and domestic abuse and all that.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, man, you still young. You still got a life. What are you trying to do? He said, man, I'm in college. Okay. I said, what you doing in college? He said, I'm trying to finish my degree because I wanted, because he was trying to get in nursing like his family. You know, a lot of the Indian people, they become doctors and something in the medical field.
Yeah.
So he was trying to do that, but he felt like because of what happened in his felony that he might not be able to do it, so he wanted to find another career. So we sitting at the table talking, working, and everything, right? And then this whole time that I'm talking to him, the most wonderful thing happened to me because it dawned on me, dang, I can go back and finish school myself.
Right.
So talking to him inspired me to go back and get my associate's degree, in which I'm now working on my bachelor's degree since I've been out.
Yes, sir.
And that's the story that I want to tell because this young man inspired an older man to go back, get his degree and keep shooting for higher things so he can have better opportunities in his life as well.
Yeah.
And that's myself. And I appreciated the young brother when he graduated and went home. And the last time I heard, his family was from Chicago, and he had went back down Chicago, and they told him in 5 years that they would expunge his record and he can go to school for his nursing degree.
Oh, okay.
So that's the story I would tell, because it's easy for me to talk about the negative things that was happening, the fighting and the gambling and all that. That's nothing.
Right.
Excuse me. That's something that happened inside or outside of prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
People using drugs and fighting and lying and stealing and killing, not just in prison, but even in the streets.
For sure.
So I feel like the success stories ain't told enough that come out of the prisons. Like you got the brother Willie Lloyd Jr.
Yeah.
You know, his father was a notorious gangbanger, so
yeah,
he got out and changed his life.
Yes, sir.
He was a lifer in the prison, man. The man he's doing good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Construction teacher at Summit Academy and everything.
Oh, okay.
Who would have thought that about him, what he had went to prison for, and who his father was.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of success stories for that's coming out of these prisons that's not being talked about.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy. And I like how you answered that question, man, because I said that you know what I'm saying, without intentions of hearing about, you know what I'm saying, something crazy. It was kind of like a test, man, because I would just be trying to, you know, I'd be picking people's brain, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, you feel me, and just be seeing where they be at mentally, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, we glorify all of the wrong shit, but the fact that you did a whole 360, like I wasn't even, I wasn't even expecting that, and like you said, there's a lot of success stories that come up out of there that we don't hear enough about or any at all, you know what I'm saying, so I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, you definitely brought that up, man, and that was definitely dope. But man, we definitely gonna have to continue this, you know what I'm saying, this conversation and do like a part 2 of this for sure,
Yes,
man.
Sir, we definitely
you know what I'm saying, running short on time, man. But real quick, man, can you just let them know, where do you see yourself, you know what I'm saying, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, you know what I'm saying, and where you want to be in your life?
Well, definitely 5 years from now, I'm gonna own me a house.
For sure.
I'm gonna have my own business.
Yes, sir.
Be married to my beautiful wife.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Remember Me Entertainment is coming.
Okay.
It's here. It's coming sooner than later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely talk more about that.
It's some more things that I gotta build on and work on.
For sure.
But it's coming. But in 5 years, the next 5 years, I plan to have Remember Me Entertainment up and running.
Okay.
I do positive motivational speaking.
Okay.
And I'm a life coach, you know.
Yes, sir.
For those that didn't know, that's what I do. I love to speak life in the people.
Yes,
Same
sir.
way Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, Tupac, Biggie, all the greats.
Yes, sir.
All the greats did speak life in the people and see them succeed and grow in life.
For sure.
Helps me succeed and grow in life. So that's why I see myself in 5 years.
Okay. Yes, sir, man. Sounds good, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Benji Talk Podcast. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Mufti_MDE. And make sure y'all follow us on IG, Benji Talk Podcast, man. And we out.